Good morning. Good morning. I thought I'd pop in this morning and say hi. I'm back. Look, I'm back. I feel refreshed and I'm here. So let's see. Hi, Gwen. I love you too, sweetie. Hi, Mustang. How are you? Dench, you won. Good morning. Make love, not war. Girl, I slept all yesterday. Hi, etc., etc. Hi, Wisco. Hello, Chantel. Hi, hi, hi. So, oh my God, there's a lot of stuff. So, um, I was listening to Athena Strand yesterday morning on my way to the airport and her autopsy report. And I listened to her dad's testimony. I rewatched the stepmom's testimony. I watched the mom's testimony. And then the two women that I told you about that accused Tanner of grape testified yesterday as well. So before I left, I was asking, hi, Rainbow. Good morning, my sweetie. I'm not taking that wrench. Hi, Marty, Marty. Good morning. Oh, you did too, sweetie? Well, you did. You were in a car with me. Sharori, good morning. Hello, Heidi. Yes, I did. You saying hi from Bali. Hi from Bali. Hi, Snuggle Bunny. Hi, KK. KK. Girl, I was just listening to your live this morning. Um, I was listening to your live this morning, and let me say, Eileen, I'm going to apologize for spelling Anna Kempner's last name wrong. Okay, it's Kepner, and I had Kempner, so I corrected that. But I corrected it yesterday when I noticed it before I heard KK's live this morning. So thank you for pointing that out to me. Okay, I try really hard not to misspell a victim's name, but I did it. Accidents do happen. Okay, so let's see, Chantel. Carrie T, good morning. Good morning. Uh, you're in Bob. Go say hi to Russell Simmons for me while you're there. Hi, Philosopher Ruski. Hi, Jess Fletch. I'm glad I can help you, Jess. Hi, Ann. Good morning. At working, we'll replay. Thank you, Heidi. I will trade you. What are you going? One interview. Okay. All right. I will interview you, Rainbow. Okay, that's a good trade. That's a good trade. No, I mean I slept once I got home, forced myself to get up and I almost called you. I almost called you this morning, but I slept all yesterday, in and out of sleep, in and out of sleep, in and out of sleep. My body told me, bitch, just time to lay it down. You've been rolling too much. Um, Bali does sound amazing. Uh, oh, you want KK to interview you? I think KK would do that. She would interview you. But KK, I was just catching up on your, I don't know who was boxing. I have no idea. I heard Nunzio and somebody else, Vips, I guess. I don't know. But I was listening and I wasn't watching. So I need to go back and watch and see who got knocked the fuck out. Um, but anyway, so I was watching that, and then David got arrested for Celeste's murder, and I'm wondering if that had to do with Neo's testimony to the grand jury. Okay, I was wondering about that because Neo and Davy were really close, and Neo got arrested because he didn't answer his subpoena, and then he went in there and just sang like a bird. Neo was singing like a bird. So we have that. Um, Baby Emmanuel, they found a skull. I saw that, but they haven't confirmed if that was Baby Emmanuel's skull or not. And what I was trying to figure out, they made a deal with the dad. Well, the dad pled guilty. Okay, he pled guilty. I don't know if it was a deal. I can't remember now. Everything's a blur. But he pled guilty. Mommy's still saying that she wants people to continue looking for her baby. Okay, when we know little baby Emmanuel is no longer here because the dad's already confessed to King and him. Okay, and then I saw Manny went. he went before the judge again, who shot the two people in Vegas. He went before the judge again, and he's trying to get bail. Uh, Rainbow, my interview tactics are still crap. I'm working on sharpening my skills. I know Barbara Walters, like others out here, get it. Oh, and I was listening to KK this morning, and I heard someone say that a C-section was no pain. I had three. I don't know what C-section you had. Have no idea, but I'm going to agree with KK. The recovery is gruesome. Okay, it depends on where you're cut. My first time I was cut on my bikini line on one side. The second time I was cut on the other side. The third time they went through my navel. So don't tell me about it's no big deal. My daughter-in-law had a C-section. It's excruciating. When I had an ovary removed, they went through my navel again, and that recovery is excruciating. I don't know what damn C-sections you've had where you haven't had any pain. They knock you the fuck out. Yes, they do. Wait, yes, they found a skull in the park. Um, it was an Easter egg hunt. Families were out there, and they discovered a baby, and they've determined it was a baby skull, but they're not confirming if it's what they confirmed it was a human, and it had to be a baby. It had to be a baby. I haven't ran the streets in a while. I had three C-sections too, cutting through all the, yes, that shit hurts. When my first C-section, when it got me out of bed, because I was already, it was raining really bad in Houston. I got a cold after that. They let me lay for 3 days. By the time they got me up, I was walking backwards. I couldn't walk forward. The pain was so bad. The second one, I was in excruciating pain. The third one, I was like, that's it. When I went in, I said, tie them up, burn them, cut them, do whatever the hell you want to do, but I don't want them anymore. And I meant my tubes, tie them up. Hi, sweet potato. Good morning. Yes, it's painful. KK, Heidi, I couldn't even go there with the C-section being easy peasy. It wasn't. Now, my first time, okay, so when they cut me, I was coming out of the anesthesia, and my hand was down there because it was itching, so I was scratching. And the doctor surgeon goes, why is her hand here? So one nurse went, grabbed that hand, and then I wiggled my other hand out, and I'm doing the same thing because it was itching. And they were talking about Erica Kane and all this stuff. So, and the anesthesiast came around and helped my other hand, and the doctor said, I heard him say, knock her out. They knocked me the fuck out because to me it was tickling. But after that, hi Sassy, hi Shyla, how are you? I heard you had four. Yes, the healing sucks. I heard somebody said it was your birthday. Was it on KK stream? I think it was KK stream. I was listening to KK. Happy belated birthday, Shyla. Yeah, see, so they don't do no, well, here too. They try to do three, but I mean, it depends on us. But yeah, so my daughter-in-law had an emergency C-section. Good morning, just Sarah motherfucking Z. How are you? Yeah, a lot of doctors, they'll tell you, well, especially when I was having my kids, that they want to do three. I remember when he was asking me before I went in, because when I found out I was pregnant a third time, I thought I had a bad flu. And he said, you were good news and bad news. And I was like, okay, what's the good news? He says, well, no, he said, let me give you the bad news. And I said, okay. He said, well, it's probably good news too. He says, you don't have a flu. I said, okay. I said, so what's the good news? He said, you're pregnant. I said, lost your damn mind. And I was. I was. So I told him, he asked me, and I said, because he said that they would tie them. I said, no, don't tie shit. I want you to yank them out, do whatever. He goes, we could burn. I said, tie them, burn them, do whatever you need to do with it, but I don't want any more kids. I don't. I didn't. So I'm in my restream. They have changed so much stuff in here. I have no idea what the hell is going on, but I'll figure it out. But anyway, um, I really had a good time. I had a good time with my sister, my brother-in-law, crazy cat mama. We just had a good time. Let's see. I had a allergic reaction. My lips swelled up like hell. I lost my card. My card is coming today. I got that notification when I woke up last night that my card should be here between 8:40 and 12:15. So I have to switch over a lot of things to my new card. Other than that, we had an earthquake and we had a snowstorm. So other than that, I had a good trip. I had a good trip. I kept having kids until I got my girl, and then I was done. Oh, Shyla. So my other daughter-in-law wants a boy. She's been wanting a boy for like the last 10 years. My son told her, I don't know where you're getting it from, but I'm done. He said, two girls. He said, nope, 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 nope. He said, we're not doing it. And so she played a joke on him and told him she was pregnant last year. My son almost lost his mind. He was like, what? I thought, no. He almost lost his mind. So he has two daughters, and he had one daughter that was stillborn. So he was going to be like me, except I had three boys. He was going to have three, well, he had three daughters. So my other two sons have girls and boys. Earthquake, snowstorm. The vacation went on, girl. Yes, earthquake, snowstorm, and my sister was so excited because she's in Texas, and they get snow sometime, but not like what she saw there. And she was out early in the morning playing in the snow, her and her husband. Hi, my George. The snow was beautiful. Hi, George. I was looking to see if you went live while I was gone, and of course you didn't. So, but I was catching up on lives. KK's. Um I caught Paula's live with some of it. Some of it. Low key didn't know what I was wishing for because my three boys was so much easier than my daughter. She's giving girl, I said God always knew he would never give me a daughter. I my granddaughters are just like me. So he knew not to give me a daughter because we probably would have been at each other. But three boys, girl, three boys. And I'm just proud of my sons, very proud of my sons, proud of my grandkids. But yeah, but my granddaughters are just, they are like me. They're my mini me's. So anyway, I'm just happy to see you guys. I really am. Shala, absolutely. Girls are tough, but so much fun. KK has two of them. I love my granddaughters to death. I love them to death. But sometimes, hi, Brandy, especially because when I had my third granddaughter was staying with me, well, my third oldest, and she stayed here with me for a year and a half while her dad was in South Korea because she didn't want to stay with her mom. She didn't want to stay with her stepmom, so she was here. And for the most part, me and Kayla were fine until that one day we got into it. And because she was out of school one day and I came home, she wasn't here. She had went to meet her friends to go to McDonald's. And I don't know your friends. No, you don't leave here without telling me where you're going. And then when she got home and she was looking at me and I looked at her, I told her, just go to your room. Don't say a word. Go to your room. Let me calm down. And yeah, and then I had to call her dad, KK, for a couple of years until they decide they want to wear what they want. I'm not, see, but I like that. I've always let my grandkids pick, well, my granddaughters pick out whatever they wanted to wear. And my one granddaughter has a funky style all of her own. She has a style. Before it was people were wearing the leggings and the skirt. She would put on the leggings, the skirt, the jean jacket. It was like she had 2 or 3 layers of clothes on. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, good thing you're cute. Because I'm looking at her, we get ready to go to the airport. I was taking her back to Houston from Chicago, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, what do we have on here? And I'm looking at her and I'm like, good thing you're cute. And we're in the airport and everybody's going, oh my God, she's so cute. She's so cute. I was like, okay, okay, I'll let you slide now. Hi, my Savage. Savage, we still owe you a visit. You have to let me know. But yeah, I really had a great time. Ate good, drank good, had fun, just a great time. Let's see. After about 4, I did the same. She's in a grungy. Yes, but she was doing grungy before that was grungy. Oh, see, my granddaughter just had her hair colored in London. How do you're supposed to spoil those grand? I do, I do. I spoil them. I do spoil them. And I was just telling Crazy Cat Mama, I said, well, I'm going to be on the East Coast for a couple of weeks. And I said, oh my God, I'm going to have them all but two. No, but three. I'm going to have all of them but three. I'm like, this is going to be fun. And I'm seeing three like, well, my older three, they're all doing their own thing. Um, that's how us millennials were raised to dress leggings, skirt. But that was before people were actually doing that. She had a funky style, all of her own. Hi, allegedly. And so I was talking to Danny one time, and Danny was in the airport and she was telling me about this very pretty young woman that she saw and the way she was dressed. And I said, oh my God, that sounds like my granddaughter, because she was in Chicago. And she was just talking, and she was talking about how long and pretty and curly her hair was. And I'm like, that sounds like my granddaughter. So when I saw Danny, I showed her the picture. Matter of fact, I sent her a picture of my granddaughter. And she called me. She goes, Heidi, that was the young woman I saw. And I knew it. Hi, Protein Queen. Hi, Amber. Amber, don't listen to anything Crazy Cat Mama has to say, because she's just lying. Okay, don't listen to anything she has to say. Hi, Aaron. How are you? Look, don't listen to anything. But I was listening to, I caught Heather Gillespie's live, her meltdowns. We're not even going to do, because she's gone. I saw Xavier was wearing a skirt and heels. Uh, I was listening to this one channel where her cousin, she had called her cousin and asked her cousin to pay her car note because she was behind. And when the cousin called, it was $1,100. And the cousin said, hell no, she's not paying that. So Heather has been going off on her cousin, and she has completely lost her mind. No, she didn't choke on a meatball. She didn't choke on a meatball, but before she left, I made her smothered chicken, potato salad, and jasmine rice. So I made her favorite because she likes my potato salad. So I made her potato salad, smothered chicken, and yeah, Savage can't she can't tag anyone right now. So she's saying hi to everybody. But she said that she was going to tease you, Amber, and don't listen to her. Okay. So anyway, we wait a minute, what happened? Oh my God, Heather, KK, are you going to cover her? Well, no, because she's really in a crisis again, and she's getting ready to, yes, evicted on May 1st. I've been watching Heather for years. Um, the cousins. So KK, the cousin has been talking a lot. Are you going to try to reach out to the cousin to get an interview? Foodie boot Foodie Beauty did a Rage live yesterday. I need to watch it. Chantel, I saw when I woke up that you were live with fruit covering Foodie, but I just went right back to Amber. Amber, I gotta come see you. I'll come see you, and I'll no, you bring your ass here. You come see me. You come see me. I'll make your favorite dishes for you, and we'll hang out. Oh, Sarah, it was bad. Crazy Train has been cut. Well, she's been covering her for years, but now I see there's like five other channels that is covering Heather too. For years, girl. I remember when I used to talk to Heather on IG, and at one point I was going to help her, and I'm like, no, she's crazy. Yes, Heather from Love After Lockup. She has completely lost it. She broke up. She broke up with who? Foodie did. Oh my God. Yes, Rainbow, Love After Lockup, Heather. And if you want me to, I can send you the channels that cover her. Ooh, you're gonna be savage. Are you gonna do a live? And anybody that I have subscriptions to or memberships to, I will put it on my new card. So if my membership go, I'll just re yes, Amber's birthday is in 2 days. I'm not coming there because low key might try to kill me because that dog look, that dog is a killer. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Amber's birthday is in 2 days. Oh my God, Amber. Oh my goodness. You getting old. Savage and KK's birthday is coming up. Savage and KK are on the same day. I remember that. They're on the same day. Amber, I think you're the day before Savage, or are you 2 days before Savage? Chat GPT says not to because I'm a cry. No, go live. And that way you can do a birthday with all of you, KK and Amber. Y'all can celebrate your birthday together. Y'all can celebrate your birthday together. Yeah, she told me not to cook anything, but I wanted to make that potato salad for her. Girl, Stacy's mom can't make no potato. When I saw that shit, oh my God. And I'm watching. Okay. So just so you guys know, I'm caught up on Platteville. I'm gonna do a Platteville live, 3 episodes. I'm gonna knock them out. I kind of did the first one already, but it was just so I've been watching Platteville. I've been watching the Real Housewives of Rhode Island, and I see Dolores is damn near there. So her and her new beau. I've been watching that. I caught up on Beverly Hills. Um, let's see. Who else have I watched? I think that's it. But I haven't started watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta yet. And Debbie called me when I was on vacation. She goes, "Have you left for vacation yet?" And I'm like, "Yep." With her fake husband. That woman don't have no husband. She just looks nasty. So let me tell you, Foodie Beauty. Chantel told me that she does her business on herself and just lays in it. Chantel, does she wear a diaper or something? But when Chantel told me that, I was just sick to my damn stomach. Amber, we're almost birthday twins. Yes. Um, yeah, I remember KK and Savage birthday is on the same day. I remember that. Definitely remember that. Hi, sweets and beyond. Good morning. Yeah. So the three, and so we have Shyla, KK, Amber, and Savage. Damn. You're a Gemini. Chantel, my sister's a Gemini. The sister I was just with. Hi, Simply Sophie. I saw your IG live. Um, when you went to Starbucks, and that venti you have, I'm gonna have to try that. I will definitely try that. That looks so good, but I need more caramel than that. Yeah, Rhode Island is great. So, Rainbow, if you want to come up, I don't know if Ann is watching Rhode Island too, but I think and Sweets, we can all do a panel. Rhode Island is good. I've only met one birthday twin too, and we went to high school, beauty school. You went to high school and beauty school together. Shyla, how's that boyfriend of yours with his finance self? KK's company, my old boss, had our birthday too. So, oh, damn. Let me see. I met, um, whose mom has my birthday? Um, or her birthday is the day before mine. I haven't met any. Well, I know that is Morgan Freeman on my day. I forgot. I have two celebrities that I have the same birthday with. Rhode Island is good, sweets. Aries in the house. You and Amber are Aries, and then Savage and KK are Tauruses. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna try it. Well, I don't know if she did an IG live, but she did a video upload, and I saw it on IG this morning. Sweets is good. Trust me, it's good. It's so many of them. So I had to write names down and stuff. And then you got the one girl who's been with the older guy who has a girlfriend in Miami. He's with both of them for 6 months. And then she has a play toy that she's with. Yeah, it's really good. My cousin shared the same birthday as me, but I think like 10 to 20 years apart. Okay. It's good, sweets. I won't lie to you. Yeah, it was good. We have movie date night on the phone, sadly, because he had to work this weekend, but still excited. Oh, oh. KK's company. I share a birthday with William. Y'all share a birthday with William Shakespeare? Hi, Maria Haskins. Good morning. With Tupac. Okay, hold on a second. Chantel, look and see when Tupac's birthday is. Damn, KK. You're in the philosophy league. Savvy speaks. It's okay, sweetie. I am more of the last moment thinking. Yeah, that's what she does. But she's going to go see Bruno Mars with her daughter and her granddaughter. And we need to look for dates for Bruno Mars in Vegas because it only went up to what? The summer. And I think his concerts they're starting Christmas Eve and they run through New Year's. So I'll be looking for those. I'll be looking for those. Charlotte, it still counts as a date night. Yes, it is. It's a date night. Here is the short Heidi is talking about. Subs to my lifestyle channel. There you go. There it is right there. It looks so good. And Sophie, you look so pretty. You really did look pretty in that video. I saw that this morning. I'm like, oh shit, look at Sophie. Oh, and Journey next week. Yes, Journey next week. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. But I'm telling you, this morning I woke up and I had baby come back in my ear. It was just, and I was laughing. I'm like, I looked in a room. I didn't see Crazy Cat Mama. Yeah, we definitely have to get something scheduled soon. All right. Anyway, let's talk about Athena Strand. Okay. Um, I want you guys to so they have him on video cleaning up that truck. When her dad, so you know how you see these guys with the bald head and the long beards, and you thinking that these guys are, rough and tough. Her dad is so soft spoken. He is a gentle giant. He said the last time he saw Athena is when he was going hunting with his dad. She ran up to the truck as he was backing out, and he told her, "Hey, don't run behind me when I'm backing out." And he said she just wanted to give him another hug and a kiss and just to tell him to be safe, and she was going to miss him. That was the last time he saw his daughter. He was out hunting when he got the call that his daughter was missing. The mother lived in Oklahoma, and she was supposed to be getting her back that Sunday. She said the trip from where she lived at to Texas was 2 hours. And I understood as soon as they asked her how long did it take her. And I knew in my head, I said 45 minutes. And she said 45 minutes. She was on a mission. Um, I remember when my mother had that accident way out on in Sharpstown Mall. From my house to Sharpstown Mall, it was like but a 30-minute drive. And I made it there in 15 minutes. I had that SUV. I had the Infinity SUV at the time, the FX. I get the fuck out my way. I got stopped by a cop, and I told him, I said, you might have call ahead and let him know I'm coming because I have to get to Sharpstown Mall. And so I understand when you're on a mission. It took her 45 minutes, a 2 hour drive. She was hauling ass. So the medical examiner was on the stand, and that woman is gorgeous. And you remember when I told you that they had charged him with rape, abduction, and murder? Okay. Well, from what the medical examiner said, there was no tears to her anal cavity. Her hymen was still intact, but he had semen in his shirt, pants, everywhere. Um, they played the video in court yesterday of Athena's fight. Hi, Willie. They played the video again yesterday in court of her fight and of her red drum, and that wasn't a dry. The her mother, the stepmother, and the father, and I forgot who else. They couldn't hear that, and they left. They had to leave the courtroom. They didn't want to hear it. They showed the video of Athena in the truck. Today should be the last day for the penalty phase, okay? But I wanted to play the young girl that was awed by him. Well, two of them testified, okay? Two of them testified. And they actually um, blurred them out. They blurred them out, okay? Because they didn't want the identities to be known. But the bad part was, I told you the identities of these young people that he had art, okay? The first one that he had art was, what was her name? Shay? Shay in 2019. It was Shay in 2019. And then I think the other girl was Cassie. Well, no, that's the baby's mama, Cassie. But Shay was in 2019. So I was just, I just couldn't believe. But they got them up there on the stand, and I'm trying to get the right one so I can make this bigger. Oh, I don't like that. I told you I don't know what's going on in my studio. I have no idea what's going on in my studio. No idea what's going on in my studio. Uh, Add a scene. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna have to play with this later on. Okay, so let's just look at this real quick.
And is that y'all's conversation?
Yes.
Hold on.
How do you recognize that is?
Misa Misa.
Hi, Wicked Wisdom. Hi, Crafting with Amanda. but she wasn't hard. Yes, I saw the video of him talking to his girlfriend and his mother.
No
Yeah,
objection.
I saw
State's
those
Exhibit
snuggles.
292 is admitted.
Wicked, how are you?
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit 293.
But let me just tell you, if you haven't watched the examiner's testimony, it's an hour and I think 15 or 20 minutes. She details the bruising, postmortem or antemortem and postmortem. She details the bruises on this little girl. It's sad. And then when they played the video, but they didn't show you the autopsy. So the jury saw the autopsy photos and stuff, but they didn't show them on court TV. And it's just horrible. It's horrible what he did to that child.
You spoke about anime earlier. What was the character that you and Mr. Horner spoke about the most?
Misa Misa from the anime Death Note.
And as part of this conversation that just was admitted as State's Exhibit 292, is that who you were speaking about?
Yes.
I'm gonna drop the link so
And do
you
you
guys
feel
can go
like
listen to her whole testimony.
This would aid the jury in understanding who we are speaking about?
Yes.
And is this a representation of that character?
Yes.
Oh my God,
This time,
Wicked. Something is wrong with Ethan. I keep telling y'all his relationship with Mariah is weird as shit. But we're going to talk about that. I'm going to do the Platteville Live probably Sunday. I'm going to do all 3 episodes. It Their relationship is weird as shit to me.
State opposite evidence, State's Exhibit 293.
I would object to relevance, Your Honor.
That objection is overruled.
What is
State's
wrong
Exhibit
with my
293
studio?
is admitted.
Okay, there we go. I'll make that bigger.
Now I'm going to show you what is marked as State's Exhibit 291. Have you had the opportunity to review this item prior to coming in here today?
Yes.
And can you tell me what these are?
These
No, Savage, they played it. They played the audio from the van. They played it. You heard the little girl screaming and fighting. They played it.
are Facebook messages between myself and Tanner Horner.
And are these a fair and accurate showing of your entire conversation that you still had in your possession at
Yes.
this time? And is that y'all's conversation?
Yes.
And how do you recognize that that is your and Tanner Horner's conversation?
It is, it has Tanner's profile picture as well as his name.
Now, at this time, the state opposite evidence, State's Exhibit 291.
So he didn't R the little girl, okay? He didn't, but something happened. He had cuts in her mouth.
No objection, Your Honor.
State's
had
Exhibit
abrasions on her
291
tongue.
is admitted.
It was just bad.
Judge.
Yes, I'm watching 90 Day, and the new season starts. As a matter of fact, KK, I got to get with Debbie today. I told her I was going to call her when I got back. It didn't disappoint, and the new season isn't going to disappoint, I don't think either. So before the 90 Day is good. I don't like that guy. I forgot the ugly muscle bound one. I don't like him at all. He's a piece of trash. No, it wasn't played for the live stream, but I heard it on the news station, and that was when the trial started. The first day of the trial.
All right, we were
I heard
talking
it.
about one of the things that
Yes.
you had in common with
Remember, I told you guys I heard it,
Yes.
but I wasn't going to play it.
tell us
The
more
audio
about
is there.
anime and specifically the conversation that you're
It
having.
was on the
with
TikTok
Lisa.
is where I heard it at.
In this conversation, I was cosplaying as that character for a local anime convention
Icky
that was
Ricky.
going on, and
Ricky.
Tanner was commenting on my post asking who I was cosplaying
And
as.
you know he's an Uber driver, right? He's an Uber driver. And Birkin, whatever his name is, that woman is desperate for anything. Oh,
And who were you cosplaying as?
Misa Misa.
Can you publish what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 293? Show on the screen now, State's Exhibit 293.
so I dropped that down there, but this is one of the women that was art. The mom's testimony was something else. Then we have the DNA evidence on her body. But I've watched all of these, and then they're showing him putting her clothes and stuff in a backpack. But if you watch the trial, yep, he's an Uber driver. Then he said that he sells Eric's, I forgot what you call it, when people buy the packs of hair. But look at him. He's already K'd her, and it's like he has not a care in the world. He's already deceased. He doesn't have a care in the world. And it's just, hold on, let me show you this part. He's putting her clothes and stuff in a backpack. He doesn't have a care in the world. He K'd this little girl. And the mother was on the stand asking him, where is her shirt? The only thing she wants to know is, where is her daughter's shirt? It'll be the last thing she has of her daughter. He doesn't have a care in the world. They showed him covering up the cameras. So these are excerpts and stuff from, it froze. I'm trying to get this bigger. Those are excerpts. The trial. And I'm trying to see what the hell did I do? Something happened. Okay, can you guys still see it? Are you able to see the screen? Yeah, he's disgusting. Oh my God. Something, I think Stig cheated on that old dummy. He wants to come to the States. Stiggs is a piece of trash. Stiggs is trash. Stiggs is trash. But so that's him doing that, and I just can't with him anymore. And then you have so this is, I told you he was cleaning out the van. And let's look at David's arrest real quick.
Welcome back. We are getting some more breaking news tonight right here in Los Angeles. The LAPD has arrested the singer David, who's also known as the 21-year-old David Burke, for the murder of Celeste Rivas. Now, this is a major update in an investigation into the death of a 14-year-old whose decomposed body was found in the trunk of David's Tesla last September. Let's bring in NBC's Camila Bernal, who's been following this one for us. This is a huge update, and for everybody that's been following this case since the discovery of the body in David's Tesla, the big question has always been, why has he not been named as suspect? And today he's arrested.
Yes, and I can't tell you why it took so long, but he was arrested today on suspicion of murder.
Again, she's 14 years old. The parents knew where she was. Everybody knew how old this young girl was. She went back home and then she went back to David. He should have been arrested. I still think his manager and his brother know a whole lot more. But undoubtedly, Neo did too, because Neo went to that grand jury and he was singing. He's a great R&B singer, but Neo was telling everything. And he went without his attorney. After he was arrested, he said, that's it. He was done. And he just started talking.
Been charged. So this is going to be presented to the DA on Monday. So we might get some charges on Monday. And it's serious because obviously we know it's on suspicion of murder. So he might
No,
be
it wasn't
charged
Wisconsin.
with
It's
murder.
Los
We
Angeles.
knew that they had done interviews. We knew there was a grand jury. We knew they had canvassed for video in the area, but they never arrested him, like you
Nope.
mentioned. And everybody sort of questioned this in terms of, yes, she was in his Tesla. It was his car. Why is he not arrested quickly? And he wasn't. And we don't have an answer as to why, but we do know that he had been the focus of this investigation because of the relationship, because of his Tesla. And months and months later, we now have this arrest.
And we're looking at some of that video right there. The body was found in that impound lot, but the car was found not in that impound lot. It was towed there after being parked somewhere in Los Angeles, right?
On David
Yes,
Street.
so they found her body in September, but authorities do believe that she was killed sometime in the spring. So her body had been in that frunk of the Tesla for
See, that's what I don't understand. They kept saying that the body had been frozen, okay? That's what they kept saying. But the medical examiner said, well, supposedly TMZ had an inside source, said that her body had been frozen. Now, in Los Angeles, it's hot as shit, spring, summer. Somebody would have smelled rotting flesh. It was parked on the street. Then they said the body was dismembered. But then the sheriff's office says that's a lie. They were going to court to keep information from coming out. So if she wasn't frozen, nobody smelled, decomp, something is wrong here.
long time. It actually
The family
was
should as
discovered
well. Yes,
because it
KK.
smelled so bad in that car and in that
Thank
the
you.
tow yard. Someone essentially just walking by noticed a really horrible smell.
See,
And
that was at the impound lot. So that car had been towed off the street. You mean to tell me when he hooked up that car, he didn't smell that? There is no way she was killed in a spring. Maybe she was frozen. Don't know. Amber pointed out that he had a stand-up freezer in his house or whatever. Nobody knows. But you can't tell me this young girl had been in that trunk since the spring, and you find her in September. And then he's going into the Discord asking people, have you guys seen Celeste? Does anybody know where Celeste is? Thank you. Everybody knew she was 14. Everybody in the Discord, everybody that was around him, like I said, they're all complicit, just like with Diddy. They're all complicit. You knew it. You didn't do anything about it. The parents, her mother knew. Her whole family knew where she was. She ran away. She would come home. She would go back. Last time she left, she went right with him.
that's how authorities found her body. It had been decomposed. It was in horrible shape, and she was identified through forensics. So it wasn't like they were able to get a lot of clues from the body.
So she wasn't frozen.
That's probably also a reason why it took investigators so long, because it's hard to piece together that information when you have a body that has been sitting in the summer in Los Angeles
Thank
in
you.
the front of a car for months and months and
And
months.
nobody
And
smelled
so
it.
they were trying to obviously piece everything together. Hopefully we'll get more information, because all we knew was that they had some sort of relationship, but we don't know a lot of what led us
She
here.
was living
And
there with
this
him.
is one of those cases. It's a high-profile case in Los Angeles. LAPD is very tight-lipped. No suspects named. And yet on the side, on social media, all online, like there are thousands and thousands of people that are following this case very closely.
That's true
and
too,
start
Snuggle.
their own investigation. So I imagine that complicates things. There's going to be some truth to some of what people have found. There's going to be some confusion.
And hopefully we'll get those details on Monday,
I
because
wanted
if
the
we have
TMZ
charging
footage.
documents, we'll
Hold
have
on,
some of the
let me
evidence
see.
that police
TMZ.
are actually looking into. And we did get some information from sources, but you're right, LAPD was very tight-lipped in terms of what actually happened here.
Yeah, hopefully some resolution soon.
I wanted the TMZ footage. There it is. I might get a hit for this one, but oh well. Here we go. Here's the footage. Fair use. There's the footage. TMZ caught them when they arrested him at his home. There he is right there. There he goes. They're putting him in the car. He's arrested. They had to be staking out that house, or they had a tip, from LAPD. But TMZ caught the footage of him being arrested. And look at all these cops. Look at this shit. I wonder what his mama's saying. You know, everybody in Houston is going, he would never, not everybody, but a lot of people were saying that he would never, ever do something like that. And it's an exclusive from TMZ, but that's him being arrested right there. So he has been arrested. And let's see what LAPD had to say. Let's see.
We begin with more breaking news here. A major new development involving rising music star David. The LAPD just announcing that the singer has been arrested in connection with the murder of a Southern California teenage girl. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf has been tracking this story for months. He's live in the studio with the latest. Matthew?
Yeah, Phil, this is something that law enforcement sources have been telling me for some time in the last couple of weeks, that today could be coming, and then this arrest, you could say, has been months in the making. LAPD, within the last hour, sending out a short statement on X announcing the 21-year-old singer's arrest. This all comes after the body of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas.
Can you believe wait a minute, let's take a look at him again. First of all, you're 21, 20, when she was 14. Can you believe that he did this? What was the cause of him doing this?
Celeste Rivas Hernandez was discovered inside a Tesla trunk at a Hollywood tow yard last September. The car was linked to the singer, whose real name is David Burke. His representatives told authorities that the car had been stolen, but investigators later named him as a person of interest.
The car was stolen, but it was found on his street. How was the car stolen when the car was towed from, what, a block or two from his home? How was the car stolen?
In the weeks that followed, police have not released full details on what led to arrest or possible motive. I've called David's attorney and LAPD to see what more information we can get, and we'll keep you updated as we get these new developments that come in.
And so, given all the time that went in here, you're assuming that the DA is on board with this arrest and that they're going to announce charges soon?
Yeah, so we just got a message from DA Nathan Hochman, and we could have a press conference as early as tomorrow, but nothing has been announced yet. Again, though, this is something that has been in the making for months, and law enforcement sources have told me that today could be coming any moment.
So we're assuming it's going to be a murder charge.
It's going to be a murder charge.
All right. Thanks, Matthew.
So what did she do?
Well, the trial of Athena Strand's killer is now in the punishment phase, and tomorrow it will focus on the DNA evidence that's been collected.
I wanted to show
Today,
you her dad
prosecutors showed video from inside the FedEx truck Tanner Horner was driving the day before the little girl disappeared. He delivered a package to Wise County Constable Kevin Huffman while his two little girls were outside. The jury also heard from an FBI
Now,
cyber expert who found
they're saying that when he went to this man's house, he was looking to kidnap that little girl first, but her dad walked out the house. He had already opened the back of his truck and everything. They showed that in court as well, day before yesterday. When he pulled up to deliver packages, the little girl was out there by herself. He got out. He had opened the back, and then she was in the back of his, not in the back. She wasn't in there, but she was standing behind the truck. And then the dad came out, and he said that he had a
searches for the
package.
location where Athena's body was found. Two women also took the stand to accuse Horner of sexually assaulting them when he was in his 20s. They were only 16 at the time,
Yep.
so we blurred video of that testimony to protect their identities.
I have been struggling mentally. It has been very hard on me. I have felt guilt due to the fact that if I had reported, things may not have happened to other people.
Remember, I told you she put it on social media. She said she didn't, well, one of the young girls said, Shay, said that she didn't report him because she never thought anybody was going to believe her. That's what she said. He was 22. She was 16 when he raped her. Okay, that's what she said. But she put it on social media and she never, ever, ever reported it. But the other girl knew him from the band that he was in. He did the same shit.
Neither reported the incident to police until after Horner was arrested,
Yep.
but both of them say they regret not speaking up sooner. The trial continues tomorrow, and you can watch Gavel to Gavel coverage starting at 8:30 on WFAA Plus. Senior investigative reporter Tanya
That's why I
Iser is
watch it
joined
at.
by
It's
a
the local
panel of
news
legal
station,
experts
and
to
they're
break down
covering
the
the whole thing.
testimony each day.
So anyway,
Jurors watched video from inside the FedEx truck Tanner Horner was driving. The video was captured the day before Athena Strand disappeared. Kevin Huffman says Horner showed up at his home making a delivery. His two little girls, about Athena's age, were outside playing.
My oldest daughter had come in to let me and my wife know that we had a delivery there.
Huffman says the encounter with Horner now haunts him.
Within 24 hours of that video, Athena's been kidnapped and murdered.
The jury also heard from an FBI cyber expert about what he found on Tanner Horner's phone. The day after Horner killed Athena, he was searching social media for information on her and Googled the area where he disposed of her body.
Can you see the text of that search?
I do.
What is it?
Do FedEx truck cameras constantly record?
Testimony then shifted to two women who took the stand. They've
so
accused
on this, if you watch her mother's testimony, which hers was like an hour, but this is the medical examiner right here.
The autopsy
And
itself,
she
before
detailed every
the autopsy begins,
injury
is there
to that
an
little
evidence
girl's body.
collection? You can turn that off first.
So watch that.
Is there an
The
evidence
mother's
collection
testimony
process that takes
had
place?
me in tears.
And can you describe that for the jury, please?
Depending on the type
See,
of
those are his pants, and that's the
or
DNA and
suspicion of
everything
death,
else.
we may
But
collect
the
trace
mother's
autopsy,
testimony
or
had
sorry,
me in
trace evidence
tears.
at the autopsy.
The stepmom had me in tears.
In the event that there's
The dad. Oh, here's the dad. This is Athena's dad.
The one where this witness has been preached.
Check up the strand.
That's Athena's dad.
Check up the strand.
He's so soft spoken.
what's your relationship to Athena?
I'm Athena's father.
His
Are you
firstborn
nervous
child.
today?
Yes.
You've been nervous for public speaking in general?
Yes.
So that's her
Okay.
dad. His testimony was short. He was up there and he said that his marriage had failed because of what happened. He started drinking too much. He felt that he should have been there for his daughter, but he wasn't.
This morning, an unexpected guilty plea at the Capitol murder trial of a former FedEx driver.
Photo existed that
There is Athena inside that truck. There is Athena inside his truck. What he did to that little girl was horrible. Hot takes and cold reality. Oh, KK. That's I was like, what is that? Okay, so that's Athena. I'm gonna go because the trial is going on right now. I'm gonna go finish listening to what's going on and with the testimony. I want to say thank you. The dad, yes. Oh my God, yes. Yep, she was 14. Yes, KK, she was 14. She was Celeste was 14 years old. Mm. Yes, they did. They did. They let Steven Tyler be with their young kids. Anything to get next to fame. I don't understand these people. You could not you I wish, oh my God. No, I don't wish that. But how do you allow these people how do you allow these people to be around your child, to do this, knowing the same thing with R. Kelly, same thing with Diddy? Oh, TMZ said that there's a major issue in the case against David. But the letter. Hold on. I wanted to do the letter. Hold on a second. Hold on. I think this is the one about the letter that he had wrote to the parents. Hold on. I think this is the one. I think it is. Okay, let's listen to this and then I'm going to go.
Wise County Jail related to Tanner Horner that occurred after he had been incarcerated, in which there was, I believe, an attempted suicide that he then investigated. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And as part of that investigation, kind of tell me just a synopsis of what you did.
The synopsis of the scene was I entered the cell. Horner had already been transported to the hospital at that time. My initial is just like any other scene.
It's
We're going to photograph the scene in its
WFAA, but I'll
entirety.
send it to you.
We're going to start by taking overall photographs. We're going to move to mid-range. We're going to move
But I
to
like to
close-ups.
watch it on Court TV. But the local station has it.
So you took a number of photographs?
Hold on.
I
Let
did,
me get
sir.
to the letter.
And the Mercy personnel that, before you took these photos. Okay. And then finally.
And then to Cassie something.
Okay. So with regard to that, then those individual documents, did you take those things as evidence?
Yes.
Okay. And so now we're going to look at State's Exhibit number 277.
Hi, Daddy.
Is that the evidence bag you collected those things in?
Yes, sir, it is.
And you have that actually with you today, correct?
I do.
All right. Now with regard to 278, we're now looking at just a more close-up photograph of the envelope to Athena's family. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And inside of that envelope, did it have a handwritten letter?
Yes.
Hold
Now
on.
we're going to look
Okay, there
at
it is.
280. Okay, this is 280. Is this the true and correct copy of that handwritten letter, the front side of it?
Yes.
Your Honor, I'd ask to be able to publish this record by reading it into the record.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that's the letter he wrote to her family.
To Athena's family, I wanted to start by saying how sorry I am about Athena. The entire time I've known my legal counsel, they've continued to tell me how I don't need to apologize, shouldn't apologize until the trial, and frankly, I can't hold it in any longer. I've done a terrible thing to your family, and I'm sorry. I can't tell you how many countless nights I've stayed awake, unable to sleep. I pray for for all of you. So many were affected by my breakdown. Not just your family, but my own.
Okay, so you hear that,
You'll
right?
never-
His breakdown. He's saying he had a breakdown. Why is it every time somebody does something wrong, they want to say they're having a breakdown? No, you are sadistic, you're a psycho, you assaulted and are 2 people before then, and he has his own daughter. I want to know if the ex-girlfriend Cassie is going to testify. Hi, Muggsy, sweetie.
Get to see your baby girl grow up, and I'm sorry. Now my son is going to grow up without his father and protector. I owe it to y'all.
I thought he had a daughter.
to explain
He said
where
a
my
son.
mind is at. Let me start by saying that I have Asperger's syndrome. In other words, I'm on the autism spectrum.
He has Asperger's, guys. That's why he committed that crime. He has Asperger's, okay? He has Asperger's. So it's okay that he committed the crime because he has Asperger's, Asperger's.
I don't do well with change or things that are unpredictable in nature. When I first started out as a driver at FedEx, I was given a singular route, and that route wouldn't change for a while. After a bit, my employer started making random changes to my route, adding stuff from other routes so they could make more money.
So his route change, okay? His route change, and he doesn't do well with change. So the fact that you knew Athena had a father, and he said that he was scared that she was going to tell her father that he accidentally hit her with a truck. So that means you have been stalking that little girl. You have been observing that little girl. So your Asperger's has nothing to do with it. Nothing.
I don't do well with change. Again, I can have meltdowns when unexpected changes to my daily routine happen. It was so bad one day I started to have a suicidal episode.
Oh my God.
I had to leave early that day or I was going to walk myself into oncoming traffic. The only thing that stopped me was thinking of my son growing up without his father.
So you were going to walk yourself into oncoming traffic. But instead of doing that, you kidnapped a little girl. You assaulted her. You beat her. You bashed her. You tried to break her neck. That didn't work. So you strangled her. She had bite marks. Her tongue was eaten up. You did that. But then you want to worry about your fucking son growing up without his father while that little girl is deceased. And her family will not watch her grow the fuck up. Got you. Okay.
So I took off for a week and sought out help. I got put on medication and a week later I was back at work. I've let my employers
DJ,
know
I'm gonna
how I
hurt you.
needed to keep consistent routine and I wouldn't have any issues. However, I was ignored. When I returned, they did the opposite of what was good for someone like me. They made me a floater. They put me on a different route every day, every time, going on to the next page. Now we're going to go on to State's Exhibit number 281. Is this a true and correct copy of the second page of that document, Investigator Yarrow?
Yes.
Okay. May I publish, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I reminded them that I needed to be on a routine. It was like it would go in one ear and out the other. My mental health started to steadily get worse because of it. I couldn't just quit either. I had a son and I had to take care of it. Then on top of all that, certain aspects of my home life started to fall apart as well. I guess they got sick of me constantly telling them I needed consistency because they sold me off to another company without me having any say in the matter. In hindsight, I'm starting to think they were attempting to get me to quit, which in retrospect was kind of scummy. After a while, with the new contractor I started with.
So the new contract is Big Top Spin. What is it? Big Top Spin. So you're blaming everybody for Athena's death but yourself. got you. These are all excuses, okay? My mental health made me do it. As I said, just because you have mental health issues doesn't mean that you won't be charged with the crime if you committed it. So that's why I'm sick of hearing about people's mental health and how people shouldn't do this. But people with mental health issues think they can talk all of this bullshit and don't think that you're going to be responded to. And I'm going to say this again. Why? And I was in this other place for a bit, and I saw somebody was on a live, and I was going to invite them to lunch. But again, I don't want to hear nothing but mental health. That's it. I don't. And Jen, I'm going to tell you one more time, well, for the 15th time, stop mentioning my fucking name.
Big top spin. My life started to kind of fall back into place. I got a car again, but I was still consistently stressed and had multiple minor meltdowns because even this new company had no regard for my mental health because they still refused to put me on a consistent route. The holidays came and my stress only multiplied. They forced everyone to work 6 days.
Again, he's blaming everybody else.
Higher and higher. It was all the wrong place and the wrong time. I'm sorry I allowed my mental state to be unstable. I'm sorry I took your little angel away from you. She didn't deserve it. You all didn't deserve it. My son didn't deserve to lose his father. My mother didn't deserve to lose her son. My fiance didn't deserve to have her wedding day stripped from her. I pray that my death eases your suffering in some way. The only thing I ask for, forgiveness, and for you to remember my son and show him.
So let me get this right. You were going to go in oncoming traffic. Then you decided against it. Then you get caught for the murder of Athena. And then you want to commit suicide again in the inside of a jail cell. I say, when you were going to walk in front of oncoming traffic, you should have did it. Don't be about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. If you're going to take yourself out then, you should have taken yourself out. But instead, a family is going to forever be in mourning. And the mother said she didn't tell Athena's baby sister about her death until almost 1.5 years later, because she didn't know how to talk to her about it. When Athena died, her sister was 3 years old. Exactly, Shyla. They changed his schedule, so that's why he did it. Yes, Wendy. Yep, that's the reason.
Some grace and mercy, for he no longer has his father. I love you all, and I'm sorry. Hannah Horn. Is that what it says?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now...
Okay, I'm confused. They said that he and Cassie had a daughter. Where is this son coming from? And then his fiance. Is he talking about Cassie? Because I didn't see where he and Cassie were ever engaged. Or is he talking about someone else? I need to look into this.
That envelope, was there also a smaller piece of paper inside of that envelope?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to go on to State's Exhibit number 281. Is this the front side of that smaller piece of paper?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Side notes. FedEx Ground themselves are quite negligent when it comes to safety. They do nothing to make sure contractors' vehicles are actually road ready. Polaris and Big Topspin both tell their employees to lie under beginning and end of day expectation because it's a pain to unground vehicles. And then the backside also had some writing, is that correct?
Yes. So he's worried about...
And I'm going to go on to State's Exhibit number 283. I hope this letter both helps you ease your suffering and helps with your case against FedEx. Is that right?
So wait a minute. He wants them to sue FedEx, which they probably... it's going to be, if they sue anybody, it's going to be big top spin. So you're blaming FedEx. Again, he kept saying he hit the little girl with the truck. He never did. He never hit that child with that truck. The child had abrasions on her face, okay? And I'm thinking that they were tire marks. No, he put his foot on her neck and on her head. There were tread marks. Those were the abrasions. The tread marks was from his shoes when he tried to snap her neck and strangled her. He put his big ass foot, which left tread marks. I'm just, you guys need to listen to the medical examiner.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to drop the link for you guys. Her testimony was an hour and 15
At the
minutes.
top of State's Exhibit 281, we did not read this part. It says, little asterisk says, just know I have found God through all of this.
He's found God, guys.
Yes, okay.
He found God. After he cased their daughter.
Your Honor, we would ask that the state read everything. He omitted the closing.
He found God.
At the very end? Oh, I apologize. I did write, I love you all, and I'm sorry. Okay, so with love and sorrow and remorse, I love you all, and I'm sorry, Tanner Horner. Is that the part? Susan?
He's sorry. This is it. He's sorry.
In addition to this letter, the other letter I want to talk about is the one that said for detectives only, all right?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to go to State's Exhibit.
Detectives only. Here we go.
284. This is the envelope. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
And inside of that envelope, did it have a one-page letter with that?
Yes.
Exactly, Sassy.
And may I publish this, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Detective, my family is in danger. It's 2 days before my arraignment date, and I'm worried that I'll be killed either to or from my way to court. The day
Wait a minute.
was killed, I wasn't the
Wait a
only-
minute. I didn't know about this detective letter. I knew the letter to the family. He said his family is in danger. He's worried he's going to be killed to or on the way from court. But I thought you wanted to commit suicide. I don't understand it. So you'd rather die by your own hands than die because somebody else does it? Either way, you're going to be dead. What's the difference?
Involved. When I pulled up to the house, an older man had pulled a rifle on me and demanded my wallet. It's weird, he almost expected me to be there. After he checked my wallet, he gave me instructions after handing me my wallet back. He told me to take the girl and bring her to a specific spot.
So now somebody, he pulled up to the house. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm choking. He pulled up to the house. An older man pulled a rifle on him and demanded his wallet. That sounds like Diddy, after he got the security guard's wallet. It's weird. He almost expected me to be there. After he checked my wallet, he gave me instructions. After handing my wallet back, he told me to take the girl and bring her to a specific spot. Oh my God. Okay.
Parentheses, the area with the tall grass bamboo, in parentheses. He gave me a change of clothes for the girl and told me to have her change into them before handing.
That doesn't make any sense. Athena was found naked. And when the mother wanted to see her daughter, they told her not yet. They wanted to clean her up because her fingernails were dirty. She was dirty. She had stuff all over her. And then when her mother went to see her, She said she was so cold and she was naked. They put a hospital gown on her. And then she went to Walmart and was walking around the store trying to find clothes for her. So she wanted to put clothes on Athena before her daddy, Jacob, was, she waited an hour before she called Jacob so he can see Athena. So you a fucking lie. That little girl was naked. Naked. Stop it. Let me go back to that part. Stop it.
He gave me a change of clothes for the girl and told me to have her changed into them before handing her over to him. He had threatened my family and I didn't know what to do, so I just went along with it.
You didn't call the police. Didn't call the police. You pulled up to some house, some older man pulled a rifle on you, told you to go take that little girl. But yet we hear everything that happened in that truck. That older man wasn't in there.
BTW, IDK, if he's going to do something. If I'm killed on the way to or from the courthouse, I'll assume it was him. When I handed her over, she seemed like she knew him. It kind of freaked me out and she calmed down after seeing him. I shut my headlights off and followed them, and I saw him park his truck by that creek. The next day, I went by there after work and saw the girl's body. I put her body in the water. I needed to get this out, even if it was just in writing.
Oh my
Don't tell
God.
the media. Don't tell my family. They'll tell the media. Don't tell the family of Athena until after their lawsuit against FedEx goes through.
Oh my God.
This is between me and you, detective. As long as it stays between us, my family stays safe. I'll gladly keep the blame as long as they're safe. The man was older, probably 50s, gray hair, short military-style haircut.
What?
Kind of fat, with a bit of upper body muscle. I handed him the girl's clothes when I gave him her. I either
Oh my God.
missed the pants or he put them back on the truck somehow. I'm not sure.
So the man put the little girl's pants back on the truck. That's the stuff we saw him putting in the backpack when he pulled over at the gas station and he was cleaning his truck. Get the fuck out of here.
3 times he asked me about the cameras on the FedEx truck. Unless y'all find him, keep it from everybody. I don't want my family hurt. I'm sorry I've been a burden on y'all. Is that right?
First he had a split personality named Zero. Now it's this older man's fault.
We can turn the lights back on.
Are you kidding me?
With regard to that, in one of those letters, is he taking responsibility? Yes. Which one? The first.
Oh my God.
What about the other?
Okay, that's it. So that's Athena's mom right there. I'm telling you, you need to go listen to her testimony. You need to go hear the stepmom's testimony. And it's hold on a second. Let me get the link. WAA live streaming. Hold on. Let's go here. This is them live streaming the trial. Live. And okay, they don't have it. I thought they were in court today. But this is the coverage from yesterday. And let me just drop this link. Control C. Maybe court started later. Oh no, it's getting ready to, no, it's going to start later. But there you go. That's the link for that. And let me see if Court TV has it. Hold on. And we know Court TV has now been bought out by law. Okay, Court TV has, no. Nope. So they took a break. This is yesterday. That was yesterday. That's not today, but it says 23 minutes ago. That's yesterday because I watched Mom on the Stand. I watched Mom on the Stand day before yesterday. So Athena is not live today. Athena is not live today. So you have 2 links. You have WFAA and then you have Court TV. So, but Athena's trial is not going on today. So that's about it. I appreciate all you guys. I really, really do. I'm glad I'm back. I'm in a better state of mind. I really am. I feel better. And I just want to say that I'm catching up on a lot of stuff that has happened while I've been gone. And I'm going to, well, I stopped into Paula's live the other day and I said hi. But I will definitely catch up. And KK, thank you so much. I appreciate you letting me know that Eileen didn't think that I took. Oh, Anna Kipner's. Hold on. Anna. Hold on. Let's go to Anna real quick because the stepbrother has been charged with sex abuse. Hold on a second. I want to do this real quick. I don't need a long one. Okay, so hold on a second. Let's go here. Okay, hold on. Let's go here. Oh my God. Hold on. Let's go right here. When they said that and I said it, and even the ex-boyfriend said that he had a thing for his stepsister. What I want to know is, did his mother know that he had a thing?
That's some breaking news on the ship death of Anna Kepner, the cruise ship. The 16-year-old girl, the girl's 16-year-old stepbrother has been indicted for her murder and is now being charged as an adult today. The Department of Justice announced charges of murder in the first degree and aggravated sexual abuse. The DOJ says the boy, who is being identified as TH, quote, sexually assaulted and intentionally killed Anna, his 18-year-old stepsister. Anna's cause of death is listed as mechanical asphyxiation. The siblings were on a family trip on a Carnival cruise last November. TH's full name has not been made public at this point. It's out there a lot, but it wasn't in the documents today, despite the upgraded charges. More updates as we get them. But again, the breaking news here is Anna Kepner's stepbrother sexually assaulted her and has been charged by the federal government with murder.
What did I tell you guys when they said that? When they said mechanical. So he put something around her, but she was shoved under the bunk bed. She was shoved under the bed and she was found, what? Naked.
Joanna Nevis is still with us. This case took a while to get to this point, but they had time. This was something that happened in international.
Let me make sure. Was she naked? I think she was naked.
Waters on this cruise ship, so the federal government took the lead here. Walk us through what you believe are going to be the next steps. He's being charged as an adult.
Right, absolutely. So what we're seeing is just kind of normal procedural posture. He's under the age of 18. He's a juvenile. He's 16 years old. So he was originally charged within the juvenile jurisdiction of the courts. And then the federal government proceeds to request a transfer to adult court when they feel.
The reason why it's federal, because they were in open water. So when you're on when you're on a cruise ship, no local thing is always federal, and they consider that international waters.
Feel like the juvenile penalties essentially wouldn't be sufficient to address the egregiousness and the seriousness of the crime, where they're charging him with murder and sexual assault. So the judge made a determination that adult court was appropriate, and now he's being transferred there. What we're going to see next is the typical things you'd see in adult prosecution. There's going to be the discovery phase, plea negotiation opportunities, potential opportunities for plea and sentencing, or ultimately a trial if the case doesn't resolve before then.
We have had a weird look into this in the way of ongoing litigation between the parents, and because of that, there's been some depositions and some hearings where basically it was laid out in the public forum through this, and that there was no parent in that room, that the two kids were, I guess, sharing a room with another sibling, and then the parents who were chaperoning were in a separate.
Now, my son and his family just went on a cruise, okay? He had his older son, his younger son, the girls. They had a suite on the ship, and they were connecting rooms. Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that?
Room on this ship. Here's a little bit of the now suspect's biological father.
Your Honor, it's our understanding that because the cruise was in international waters, that the young child, not the 9-year-old, but the 16-year-old, was allowed to drink. The teenagers were given their own room in which to stay. Just a lot of circumstances.
So he's been charged now with sexual assault. When the boyfriend right here stated that
new bombshell details about
he
Anna
caught-
Kepner, the 18-year-old high school
he
cheerleader
caught him
who was
trying to
found
get on
dead
top
a
of
cruise
her.
ship.
Hold on.
It's being reported she died of asphyxiation after an arm was held against
on.
her neck. This all comes as we speak with
him yelling at her, like, and
So this is her
you heard
ex-boyfriend.
him
And
yelling
he
at
was supposed to go on a cruise with them, but they had broken up before the cruise.
her, like, in a harmful way, of like, shut the hell up and stuff like that. And that's when Connor knew something was going on.
And there was screaming going on.
Yes, ma'am. Like, something was like banging around and stuff, and
So the younger
like the chairs
brother
were getting
heard
thrown
the
around in the
banging
room.
is what he's saying. Because when they came off the cruise, everybody was talking. The younger brother, Connor, heard the banging, telling her to shut the hell up. Let's go back here and listen to this again.
It was like banging around and stuff, and like the chair, like something was like banging around and stuff, and like the chairs were getting thrown around in the room.
Anna's ex, Joshua, too, spoke with Inside Edition following
was
her
4 months
funeral at a
ago.
church outside Orlando. He says that Anna was so afraid of her stepbrother that she frequently slept over at her friends' homes.
She just didn't feel safe around him.
Joshua says the 16-year-old stepbrother, who is now under suspicion in Anna's death,
This is
was
4 months
sexually
ago.
harassing her. He says he once saw him trying to climb into bed with her.
She's scared to tell anybody because she was scared that he would do something to her.
The FBI is investigating Anna's death because it happened in international waters. There was a tense atmosphere at Anna's funeral last night. Anna's biological mother told Inside Edition she was banned from attending but snuck in wearing a wig. Mourners were told
I don't care what she wore. You can still tell that's her mother. Okay? Well, they knew, but she was banned. She wasn't
dress
supposed to
in
be
bright
there.
colors to reflect Anna's bubbly personality.
It's been pretty hard. She was my first love.
So that was a video taken on the
she
cruise
was the
ship in my
greatest thing ever.
grandparents' room. So he's been charged now, finally. And we're going to see what happened. But if you want to see the grandparents' interview, I'll drop that link for you as well, so you can see it. Hold on. I'm going to drop this so you guys can go take a look at that, because the grandparents were interviewed as well. Anyway, I'm going to go now. You guys have a great day. I don't know what the hell is going on in my studio. I will figure it out. I don't like this at all. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. And I want to say thank you guys for being here. I really, really appreciate all of you. Good one, guys. Bye.